What's up, you guys? It's Andy Choi here, the real estate ninja. Hiya! If you are having a hard time networking in real estate, you clicked on the right video. By the end of this video, I'm gonna go over ways that you could network with other real estate professionals without sounding too weird or salesy. Let's get it started! Over the times, going to a lot of networking events and a lot of gatherings and having these people skills every day, single day, meeting people, I learned a lot about myself. And honestly, guys, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I could be an introvert and there's times I could be an introvert. I know, it's kind of contradicting, right? I don't know a lot of things sometimes. I get confused. But that's not what's important. What's important is for you to figure out if you're an introvert or an extrovert first. Because if you are an introvert, perfectly fine. But there might be certain skills and strategies for you to network better with other people. If you're naturally an extrovert, I'm sure you already are networking with people. And if you're not and you're watching this video, I'm guessing you want to improve your networking skills, right? So one great way to do that is take the Myers-Briggs test, guys. Yes, and this is not sponsored video, by the way, but if you guys ever want to sponsor my video, I'm open to it. Going back to the topic, it's a free 16 personality test on the internet that you can take, that you will learn a lot about yourself. I almost feel like it's like the horoscope. Like I read horoscope, I'm like, oh, it's not true. Sometimes it's true. And as a kicker, as a Ninja Chop bonus, you can also take the Tony Robbins DISC test. Actually, Tony Robbins didn't create the DISC test, but some guy created this DISC test. It's like a professional personality test for professionals that work in industries. And it's really good because there's a lot of insights on how you adapt and work in certain environments, whether it's networking, whether it's at work. So one thing that's really important is to evaluate yourself with proven tests that where you stand, and honestly take these tests like every 6 months, because we're creatures of habits and we're constantly changing, guys. So go ahead and go to Myers-Briggs test or Tony Robbins DISC test, or just ask your neighbor, what do you think of me? All right, let's keep going. Okay, so one thing that really would be good to do in the starting point is to prepare yourself. I know it sounds so elementary for some of the people, but listen, it was not always like that. First thing you want to do is research what kind of real estate events are you going to go to. Some websites like meetup.com, Facebook, there's a lot of groups out there. You can see there's a lot of local groups out there for real estate investing and whatnot. And do a little research, like what time are they meeting? Where's the parking? That's a big one. I live in Los Angeles, but parking is no good here, right? I make money, but I'm cheap like that, and I don't want to pay $20 for parking. So I'll park on the street. If anything, I would suggest that you arrive at least 10 minutes early, or even 15 minutes early if you can. And because that's gonna give you the opportunity to meet everybody instead of you walking into a crowd of like 50 people. And that's gonna help with any anxiety you might have or the nervousness, because you've already met everyone and maybe they're the ones nervous because they came in late, right? Also, a great thing is about messaging certain people. If it's on Facebook, Instagram, or on Meetup, message people in advance and then ask them to meet you in advance. Hey, I want to ask you some questions. Do you mind meeting 20 minutes before the event? So that way you kind of already have a friend when the event starts. So you're like that cool person. Everyone's like, well, who's this new guy, right? So that's a ninja tip right there as well, to go in advance and to talk to it. Another thing is talk to the host and ask them if they need any help setting up, because that's a great way to meet all the people behind the scenes, and they're gonna be more likely to introduce you to everyone that comes, because hey, this is Andy Choi, he just helped me set up, you should meet him, talk to him. Boom, so you already have an opener there ready for you. Talk about demonstrating higher values right there. And once you go into network and you're probably thinking like, oh my God, like what am I gonna say to these people, right? So I want to introduce you to the 5-second rule, okay? I coined that off the internet, but I'm telling you right now to apply the 5-second rule because it has done wonders. What that is if you have a thought or an idea, you do it in 5 seconds. I know, certain thoughts and ideas take longer, but in a networking perspective, should I go talk to that person? You literally have 5 seconds. Let's count. 5 seconds, you gotta pull the trigger and say hello. Depending on how loud you do that, the whole room might look at you. So maybe you wanna go up to the person and then say hi, introduce yourself. And then you're wondering, what am I gonna say next? Couple things you can do is have some openers and icebreakers ready to go. Hey, so how long you've been going here? Or do you live nearby? Or what kind of business do you have? Are you a realtor? Do you do construction? Whatever that is. Another crazy one that you can do is that I love to do is to be observant. If they're wearing like a cool tie or a cool watch, but like, hey, what's up? My name is Andy. I really like that t-shirt you have. Can I borrow it? That might actually work, so be careful. The guy might go shirtless. So be observant, give a little compliment. Be charming and be present when you listen to them talk. There's something called threading. So if I'm talking about watches, then I could talk about a story at a time where I bought a watch and they're gonna resonate with that, or maybe somebody in my family gave me a watch, or somebody I know that got a watch, and that's something we call threading. So I start with one topic and it just keeps going. We can pivot that thread to a whole new topic. Oh, I got this watch, or my friend got this watch, and then he also does real estate. And then you could talk about real estate. So you wanna have a good ebb and flow of things. Like when you see a waterfall coming down from the rocks to the pond. So have a couple in the chamber. For all my introvert and nervous people, have a couple things to talk about ready to go in the chamber that's relevant to that event or relevant to what you want to know, or for you to get to know somebody. You might be wondering like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do after I do the 2 in the chamber? There is that awkward silence when you don't want that. So after you do your 2 in the chamber and you run out of ammo, what you're gonna do is called Ford. Not the car, but F-O-R-D, spelled the same, but it stands for family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. What do I mean by that? People love to talk about their family, right? So tell me about your family. Do you live here? You're not? So that's gonna open a whole nother conversation. And listen, that could be a 20-minute conversation, and they're gonna really feel appreciated because you're really getting to know them. Occupation, ask them, what do you do? Hey, I'm a realtor, I'm a broker, I'm a contractor, and ask good questions. How long have you been doing that, right? And listen, the great networker always asks a good question. Right? A mentor of mine told me a person's intelligence is defined by the questions they ask. That sounds really good. I think I can run for president soon. But before I do that, what do they like to do for recreation, for fun? Do they like to go snowboarding, skiing, going out, clubs and bars, or they're workaholic? I don't know. So find out their recreation. People love to talk what they do. I'm gonna finish with the last one, which is dream. What are their future goals? What is their family goals? What are their personal goals? Do they want to exercise? Do they want to make $1 billion with you? Oh yeah. So the goal here is to have it all flow smoothly. You don't want to do rapid fire and make it very awkward. Take time with every question and go deep. So ask good questions, listen, thread that, and then change that into what you want to know. Another good thing that I want to just throw in here that just came to me right now is have some questions ready to go. What are you there? Why are you there at this event? What is your objective? One thing I love to do is visualizing myself in the event, what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna do it, who I'm gonna meet, what it's gonna smell like, how hot is it gonna be, what am I gonna talk about, and that's what I call self-reflecting in that moment about the future. I think I'm almost psychic. That's really good for you because that visualization turns into reality. And then if you want to take it a level higher, is write it down. Okay, I want to meet 5 people in real estate. I want to learn about wholesaling. I want to find a contractor or 2 or get a couple referrals. Be very specific what you want in your life, because you'll be surprised the more specific you are, the more true it's gonna be. All right, guys. So another thing is to just be very present, guys. One way to do that is to observe other people, what they do. I gave a lot of good tips, but after, at the end, get their business card. That's a good icebreaker too, as well. Exchange information, Get their social media, Instagram, YouTube, a way of their LinkedIn. That's a great way to follow up as well. One thing that's really important too is follow up and follow through with your contacts, and outside that event, have a separate one-on-one. Get a little bit deeper into whatever the topics are that you want to learn. And with that, that's the wrap of how to network in real estate by me. And one thing that I really want to leave with everyone's mindset, which is the most important part, is you want to help others if you want to receive any help. Okay? This is the law of exchange. Exchange, like you give and take, not take. You don't want to just go out there and be like kind of a little cocky or not. Or if you're a little bit introvert, you definitely want to kind of go out there and introduce yourself a little more confidently. But you always want to have the mindset and the vibration that you're also there to create value, to give, even just listening well and being receptive. That's a skill. That's really a skill, right? And another thing I want to leave with you guys is to listen, to understand what that other person is saying. I see too many people just listening just to reply. There might be some emotional read here, could be, maybe not. It might be about business, but just listen and observe. All right, the last thing I want to leave with you guys, you made it to the end, which is great. Hooray! And the one last thing you want to do is to put it in your CRM, like a HubSpot, and you want to put their email and contacts so that it's organized. Or you can, if you're just like a solo person, I guess you could put it in your phone as well. And then you want to follow up. You know, I mentioned it earlier before. You want to follow up, give them a call or text. Hey, really was nice to meet you. If this is a relationship you really want to pursue, you're gonna have to put time into it outside of that networking event. The next day or a week, schedule an appointment, take them out to dinner. If it's something, if you met a whale, and what I mean by a whale is like a really high caliber person, like they're crushing it, and you're like, you want to get information, ask them, hey, can I make an appointment to take you out for lunch or for a quick coffee? Like, I'll go to your area. I have some questions I want to ask you, right? Don't be afraid. A lot of these people are very happy to help you and give you the wisdom and the experience you're looking for, guys. All right, guys, so this is the end of the networking, how to network in real estate. Okay, a little less salesy and creepy. Okay, for all my extrovert people, you can go and elevate your game, and all my introvert people, you know exactly what to do to be more confident, have two in the chamber. Hiya. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. It would really do us a solid and help our videos rank and all that. Let's get to 100 subscribers. Are we there yet? Let's get to 100 subscribers. Come on, let's do it. I mean, I'm gonna raise the bar soon, but let's get to 100 first. And hit that notification button. I'm gonna be coming out with weekly content every week about real estate. Stay around because we're gonna have some like video blogs coming out soon too. And if you liked anything that I talked about specifically, go ahead, leave a comment below. And if there's anything I might have missed about networking, go ahead and drop me a line too, because I'm always learning and interested to see what other people are doing as well, guys. And that's the wrap of this video. Till the next time, over and out.